Great. I'm here with Sean from CA.
CA Counseling and Consultants in Williams Bay.
Okay, so we're just trying to run through real quick for our What's Next group. What are some of the services that are available for 18 years of age and older?
Well, we do offer a wide range of groups for children, or not children, teenagers, older, young adults. I would say we have autism services, group services, we have Down syndrome group services, anywhere from low functioning to high functioning. With our Down syndrome, we do a lot of experiential based things with our groups. We do a lot of going to parks, a lot of bullying, peer pressure talks, impulse control, understanding emotions, facial expressions, and just social skills as well. Those run on Tuesday nights for our lower functioning autism groups. Those are from 5 to 6 p.m. And then we have our adaptive social skills group for our children, older children with Down syndrome, are 5 to 6 p.m. 6 to 7 p.m. we have our lower functioning autism group. Wednesday we have our young adult high functioning autism group, and that is a very experiential based peer pressure talk, very more adult conversations are built into that, so a lot of the things that maybe parents may be uncomfortable talking about but want those conversations had is what that group is for. Otherwise, for teens on Thursday, we have kind of just kids who are mainly in high school or exiting out of high school and beginning those adult programs and starting to get jobs and learning those skills. So we do a lot of job interviewing talk and how to work with others that may not be the same as you and things like that as well.
So now those programs are from 18 to 25?
Yes.
To 25 years of age. And are they only for kids that are on the spectrum or that are autistic, or
No,
do they just intellectual?
Yep, we have intellectual disabilities, autism, Down syndrome, ADHD, dual diagnosis. So really it's a wide range of groups for all different aspects.
Okay. Now during the school year for your nighttime programs or in your summer programs for them, what is the registration process? You know, what we found with a lot of these things, it's kind of a rigorous, there's lots of different paperwork to fill out and them kind of coming to see if it's a suitable situation. How do you guys work that?
Well, for the summer program, what we do is we have a registration packet that gets sent out that has all the information that we would need right in it once somebody signs up for the summer program. With that, after we get that information back, we do a intake session to just make sure, like you were saying, kind of just to assess, make sure we can meet the person's needs, make sure everything is able to be, and then as long as those two things are met, we have all the information and we're able to keep the child safe and meet their needs and do everything to accommodate, then that would really be the 2 steps of the process before we're able to have them begin camp or begin any of our programs.
Okay. And during the regular school year, the only programs that you guys just offer those like alternating
weekend programs. Yep, and
yes.
That's our Theory A. And those would be like go trips to museums, trip to arcades, zoos, different things in the community. It really deals with, dealing with, usually the older kids have already experienced this by this point, but, dealing with longer car rides, because we do go to Milwaukee and we go to the longer drives. So how to, keep yourself occupied and that kind of stuff and not get overstimulated. Once we're there, how to check in by yourself and ask for tickets and do all that. It's a lot of them doing the skills and we're facilitating the skills. We're not going, I need 10 tickets for these kids. I'm having each kid go up and get their own tickets. I'm having each person facilitate.
And that's for the summer programs.
Even for the summer program, we have them do that kind of stuff too.
So for both, for the school year and that, you guys are doing multiple trips. It's all kind of going on site to places.
And it's them facilitating, or us facilitating and them learning those skills while they're doing those fun activities too. So
how do parents, they go online and they register? And is it, this is what I was going to ask, is it going so many weeks of time? So like, is these camps like in the school year, do you sign up for every Tuesday for 6 weeks, or do you sign up every Thursday for so many weeks?
So
how does that work?
For the camp, what we have done this year, just because the camp has grown from what every year has grown. This last year was my first year of running it. We had about I'd say 8 kids in it, and now this year we're right around 20. So it's, even in one year. It's really growing. Yeah, even in 1 year, the clinic itself has just grown. But it runs really, we've set it so people can sign up for weeks So weeks at a time. So it runs for 6 weeks. June 11th is the first day it starts, and then it runs to July 27th is the last day. And it's
Okay.
those 6 weeks, and then we're off for the 4th of July week. So 3 weeks of break, and then another 3 weeks is how it's
Okay.
set up.
Can you sign up for just 1 week or
You can sign up
3
for
weeks?
you can
or
sign up for 1
6
week. You can sign up for. We like to do it that way, so parents can sign up for like week 3. That's perfectly fine. We have done special things where we do have like 1 or 2 kids who signed up for all Mondays kind of thing, but they're not doing the rest, but only just the Mondays for all 6 weeks. So we've accommodated
Okay.
that at one point too. And we try to be as accommodating as possible because we understand that it can be expensive and not everyone can afford everything. Every family's different, so we
Right.
do try to work around that as much as possible.
And then how does that work during the school year, though? You know what I'm saying? Because in the summer you're going by week-long themes.
Right.
You're doing that. You're not doing that exact same theme during the school year, right?
For the social skills group, we actually run 10-week cycles, and we don't have it where you can sign up. So if you're using like LSS or insurance, then it's billable through insurance. If you don't have those sources, then there's a punch card that you can buy. And then what happens is we run the 10-week cycles. We only do breaks on major holidays, and then you can just bring your kids to whatever topics. We'd like the kids to be there for all 10 weeks because a lot of times we carry over lessons from the week before, but it's not something that is required. So if you could bring your kids every 2 weeks, that's fine, as long as we can let Sean know so that when we do our group planning, we make sure we have enough supplies and stuff like that.
Yeah, so for those evening sessions, they just run in 10-week cycles. That's for all the groups. That's the younger kids all the way up to the older kids and
Okay,
young
so it's
adults. So it runs in 10-week cycles. So we have week 1 through 10. So say we started week 1 this week, that'd run for 10 weeks. They're all kind of based off each other. So the cycle we're currently doing right now is all around. We had the kids kind of develop their own rules for each group and what they want to see, and then we kind of, with each lesson we're doing for this week, we're on week 4. But we've been tying in where you would use those rules. So this week we were talking about respecting people and property. So then we kind of got into the as simple as respecting mom and dad and respecting parents and grandparents and all that. But we've gotten as abstract as, okay, now we're at CA counseling and we're using a soccer ball, but really whose soccer ball is this? At CA counseling soccer ball? Yeah, it's CA counseling soccer ball, but really it's our director's soccer ball and he owns all this kind of stuff. So we got to so we got to make sure, even though we haven't even seen the person who owns this, we want to make sure that we don't ruin it. We want to keep it safe. We want to keep it nice, keep all the building nice, all that kind of stuff. So respecting property, respecting people, and just those abstract concepts that can kind of go into it too that kids may not even recognize or think about. So it really dives into all those things.
Okay, and I know for the payment purposes, that I know for sure that Iris, because there's some other kids that have utilized you guys before, they do help out with payment.
Yeah,
What were you talking about, the punch card?
So the punch card can be purchased, and so it's a discounted rate if you buy 5 groups or more.
5 sessions on it.
Okay.
And I'm not sure the costs of that.
So that's if. So the punch cards, if you haven't, or if you don't have insurance, or insurance won't cover group. Usually, from what we've seen, insurance will cover at least 15 sessions a group.
I'm sorry to interrupt. You're talking private insurance?
Yes.
Okay.
Like
Okay, so private insurance. So your sessions that you have during the school year can be covered by private insurance
Yes.
versus using IRIS funds.
Exactly. Yes.
IRIS and LSS will cover the cost of group services, and IRIS and LSS will also cover the cost of Theory A and summer program services. At least
Okay.
from what we've seen, they do both. Private insurance will only cover group services, but they will not cover any of the summer programming, any of our experiential weekend outings.
Okay.
So private insurance and like Badger Care, all that kind of stuff will only cover the groups for the most part.
Okay.
And usually it's at least 15 sessions, depending on insurance. Sometimes you get more, sometimes it's
Annually,
less.
probably. Yeah.
And what would you say age-wise and the amount of kid-wise that you have over the age of 18, like going to these summer camps? And I mean, I know you guys are growing that area. I know that's an area that's growing in need.
If I had to say, for all the kids 18 and over right now, I would say in the summer program, I would say there's about 5.
5, okay.
And in our social skills group, I would say there's probably about 5.
Mm-hmm.
5 is,
So I'd say
Yeah.
almost all the older kids are, between all of them, I would say there's probably 7, because you have Tuesday nights.
Oh, yes, I didn't even think of that.
And then you have Tuesday and Wednesday. So I would say 7 probably altogether for our older kids groups.
Okay.
That would include the lower functioning Tuesday and then really high functioning on Wednesday. And then, yeah, so I would say 7
And when you
altogether
go
for
on the
groups and then
field
5 for our
trips,
summer.
I mean, or you have your week sessions and you guys are going on these outings and
Yes.
going places.
Schedule.
Is it all of the age groups go, but there's different teachers or facilitators, so everybody's going, all the ages are going, and then just the older kids are, I mean,
We
people
try
are
to
saying
split.
more
Well, we
than
try
their
to
age
split it
groups?
up into like a group system. So yeah, I have myself and then about 6 staff who will be going. Especially for this summer, it's myself and 6 staff. So we'll go out. We'll kind of split it up into the groups. I'll have myself looking over both groups, but then I have 3 with the younger kids, 3 with the older kids to facilitate and bring them to different areas. We'll also try and do like I'm not trying to keep them completely separate, so almost like because I think that big brother system is kind of good sometimes too, so I want to try and incorporate that into the summer. So at some points, I'll have like a buddy system, like, okay, you are with this person, you're with this person kind of thing, as long as try and teach them that responsibility skill too while we're out and doing these things.
Okay.
So.
And then during the summertime, do your evening sessions still run?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that's all year
so
long.
Groups are
That's
still
all
running while
They're-
summer's going, yes.
Okay. And if parents are thinking right now for summer of 2018 that they might be able to still get into at least 1 week of the summer camp kind of more structure, do you feel like there is still a little bit of availability? Should they get their application in? Should
It
they
could be
move
discussed.
forward?
I would definitely call the office to just confirm it, and that would be more of a question for Rob
Okay.
than myself. But yeah, I would just give the office a call to just try and confirm that and talk to Rob.
Okay,
'cause he
for
would be-
that
yeah.
for that part of it. But for the evening group sessions, is that something that's always open?
More than, yeah,
Yep,
there's
always open.
availability always open.
Okay.
Can you
for that.
jump in at any point of the 10?
Yes.
So if
Mhm.
you
We
just
don't-
start hearing about it and you're on week 4 and I decide I want to sign up my young
No problem.
person,
We always do introductions and icebreakers at the beginning of group to get kids kind of established.
Reacclimated
and,
with
yeah,
each other.
exactly. So even, the kids who have known each other are always still doing the introductions and maybe answering different questions. So everyone kind of gets involved right away, no matter what week it's on.
Okay.
With the Theory A outings, is there a fee addition in addition to the what they would pay for the service itself? Like if you go to the game, is that included? Is the
No,
ticket included?
Everything is included in
Okay.
whatever cost the Theory A event is.
Okay.
So like this past weekend we went to Nickel World Arcade in Rockford. And everything was included. I believe the event was $45, but that included snacks there and back. That includes, waters. We get all of that stuff ahead of time. And then we go down there, we buy, I think we had $5 in nickels for everyone, and every game was like a nickel. So every kid still had a bundle of nickels by the time we left after an hour and a half of being there. So yeah, everything's always included in the cost of the event. We never... sometimes parents will want to, so like there's been times you go to the Milwaukee Public Museum and parents will be like, can I send them with $10 so they can buy some at the gift shop? I'll be, and I never make promises, but I'm like, if we have time and we can make a stop at the gift shop, they can buy some with the $10 perfectly fine. So
And then we make sure that everybody's open to this is an option if you would like to do
right,
that.
we never make
With
it.
all- right, we
yeah.
never say oh yeah, you
Right. So
kid
if parents
gets
want to send extra money, that's fine. Otherwise, yes, all the things that would be covered in the event are totally covered. So, and we let parents know that ahead of time that snacks are covered, lunch is covered in this event particularly, that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
Okay.
In the summer program, lunches are not provided because there's so
Yes.
many dietary needs. So we
and
all the
we
kids are
realized that
eating.
last year because we were trying to provide lunches that we did. Parents could provide lunches or we could provide lunches for an additional rate. And then we realized it was too hard with all the different diet restrictions and dairy free, gluten free, things like that. So it was just very hard so it was almost just easier to put it that way so parents could kind of keep track of what the diet would be. So,
And when they're going on these outings, they're meeting at your hub, which is in Williams Bay or in Lake Geneva?
Williams Bay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Perfect.
How are you able to handle any healthcare concerns or wheelchair? Does your vehicle have wheelchair access?
Unfortunately, at the time right now, I can't say that we're super physically enabled.
Okay.
We would love to be able to do that in the future. Just right now, our vans aren't equipped to do that kind of things like wheelchairs and yeah, we'd love to. We've talked about it and we'd like to move in that direction at some point here. But yeah, at this time, it kind of stinks because we can't.
And what about for talking about like health issues? If kids have like severe allergies to things, or they need medication
Well,
during the, you know what I'm saying,
Yep.
during the time or during the day.
So with that would go along with like the registration and things like that. We get all that medication
Okay.
information right away. Usually all that would go to me. I would be in charge of then like distributing a medication or like EpiPens or things like that. So that would always be on like my bag that I would keep on me.
And
So
you're
if any,
certified
Okay.
to
Yeah.
provide medication.
and then I have like my CPR and first aid and all that too. So I would be able to do the medication at lunch with take your whatever kind of thing. So.
Okay.
So we do take care of all that. I keep track of all that. So
And every outing that we go with, we have a nice red bag that has pretty much
all the
every
emergency
medical...
contacts of everyone, parents,
Yep.
their doctor that they'd like to call if anything happened. Yeah, we always have that on us too. So
Okay. Perfect.
list of their allergies and so
First aid.
Okay, so very comprehensive.
yes,
Get it
we
all
always have
taken
everything prepared and ready to go.
All right, perfect. Would you say that pretty much wraps up the section for like 18 and older?
Yeah,
I feel like that was-
definitely. I would say
Okay.
that if anyone wants more information, they can always reach out to me and.
Yeah, and
just
we'll
see
drop
around,
all the
so.
contact stuff above this, so then they can reach out to the office, see
Great.
what's still available
Most
and
definitely.
open. But
And we do offer individual counseling as well,
Mm-hmm.
and family counseling too. So that is always an option. And that doesn't matter what age.
all right, perfect. Well, thank you guys very much.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
Thank you.